I think we can honestly say at this point that Kenya Barris is a one-trick pony, and the only stories that he can tell are biracial or anything that's light-skinned.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? I am tired. Everybody else is tired. Even the light-skinned folks are tired. Like, Kenya Barris has a new project called You People. And I just seen the trailer yesterday. And before I even knew who it was responsible for this project, I said, this looks like something Kenya Barris would do. We got the white guy, the two black parents, and we're gonna have a biracial child. I just automatically knew. And then another Kenya Barris project, like just always on brand, the light Skinematic universe, what I call it with Kenya Barris. Same old tired trick. You have Nia Long, who I love, Eddie Murphy, who is very talented, Jonah Hill, who is very talented, and some other folks on this that are very, very talented. How do you get a biracial looking child daughter when you have Eddie Murphy, who is dark skinned, Nia Long, who's like brown? Like, it's not click, it's clicking, but it's clicking down. It's not making any sense to me, but this is the light Skinematic universe, so it doesn't have to make sense. That is the work of Kenya Barris to, as long as it's light skin, it doesn't matter. The same thing, but what was the name of the show? Light Skinish, where they had the grandmama was light skin on the show, and then when they did the other one, the grandmama was light skinned. The grandmama the baby. The grandmama the baby. I don't get it. Like, I'm tired. I already know Hollywood has a problem because Hollywood is, like, it's built off of white supremacy. Like, I already know that Hollywood has a problem with casting a dark-skinned child or a dark-skinned family. Like, white supremacy exists in Hollywood. Like, we know these things, we've seen these things, we've seen it so much. I am so tired. If it's not a campaign or commercial I'm seeing with the brown wife and the white husband and the biracial kids, or the two dark-skinned parents and the light-skinned kids, it always happens. We are tired. The same story, blackness mixed with a little bit of white, accept me and you're a biracial child. It just doesn't make sense. This is not magic. This is not anything that's revolutionary. This is not something that's even good. I have never been a fan of grownish, light-skinish, college-ish. All of them have the same problem. It's the same issue consistently. It's the same issue. Like, even Grownish, yes, they've had a couple of good episodes, but Grownish is a show with black folks that are trying to make white people feel comfortable about blackness. I'm not interested in it. That's why they had to shelve one of those episodes that was talking about, I think, protesting or something. There was one episode they had to completely shelve because the producers and stuff was like, girl, ABC was like, none on our watch. I also don't think that Kenya Barris has the range to tell any type of story like this about blackness or black families because he's so committed to erasing blackness. He's so committed to it. We see that. Like, we see that consistently. We saw that with his Netflix show. I'm just tired. And you can call me a hater. If y'all think I'm a hater, so be it. If you think I am a full-time Kenya Barris hater at this point because I'm not seeing anything different. And I've smelt it on him from the very beginning with the first show that I saw with Grownish. I was like, something about this just does not seem right. This is not giving Bill Cosby show. What happened to those shows where we have dark-skinned characters, a dark-skinned mother, a dark-skinned wife, and of course we did have colorism issues with these old shows and stuff that definitely existed. The tropes and stuff that dark-skinned, girls had to experience on these shows and stuff. But I am just tired of every time I'm looking and turning the channel, there is a biracial child on ABC. And yes, biracial people exist, biracial kids exist, but girl, the overrepresentation is starting to give a byproduct of white supremacy at this point, because that seems to be the only blackness that y'all are okay with showing us. You know, yeah, black is okay, but let's throw some white in it. And then we'll get something that's close to white, but not necessarily white, but it's good enough for me, because I don't have to see too much of it. Like, it's just watered down mess. So let's get into the story about it. And it's just like, this is from Huffington Post. So You People is the title. We know, like, you people, like how the racist tropes and all that stuff with you people. So we got Jonah Hill, who is very talented, trying to date Lauren London, which also doesn't even make sense, because I can't even see Lauren London dating like this white guy. I just don't see it. It's just, I don't know. And Lauren London, if I'm not mistaken, is she biracial? She's light skinned. So I'm just still, for me to wrap my head around Nia Long and Eddie Murphy having a light skin, it's just, let me tell you something. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense, because this is another light Skinematic universe. The light Skinematic universe, I'm calling it the LSU, okay? It is Kenya Barris' whole brain and how he operates with blackness, and it has to be somewhat colorist. It's just, that's just what it is. I'm really believing that he's a colorist at this point. Like, it's just like, girl, what is the issue? And you know what, Kenya Barris, if Hollywood is telling you that we're not going to do those stories, if we're not going to do those with dark skin like folks, then you need to tell Hollywood, you know what, then I'm going to bow out gracefully. Sometimes it's good to say no. Sometimes it's good to say, you know what, girl, I don't know if I want to continue doing this. Now, you got us to say, oh, well, this is my family. Grownish is my family. And the show you did with Netflix, this is my family. But it's like, at this point, when does your family get so much representation that is a problem? When like, what is going on? Like, even the episode that y'all tried to do on Grownish with Marseille Martin about like colorism, girl, that shit fell completely flat. It was whack, it just ate, and Marseille Martin is very talented. But that whole episode, I was just not moved. I was not moved at all. Like, I just was not. So, but you know what? ABC, NBC, all of the basic cable stations, they're committed to it. I mean, Kenan got a whole show where he got biracial kids. It's just like, girl, we got biracial kids on every show. Like, we just can't, like, if it's not Shonda Rhimes having a black woman screw a white man in a broom closet or a tech closet, it's just like, girl, I'm tired. I am tired of it. Yes, interracial relationships exist. They exist. Yes, they have kids, but it's always the same. White, black. Sometimes y'all get a little spicy and y'all say, oh, Asian and white, but it's always going back to white. All the time. And white is always there. Look at how many shows there is of like interracial relationships, and look at how many times one of the partners are white. It's like 80%. It's bad. And Kenya Barris and his projects just like, it's just so much. Like Lauren, I don't see it. Like, I just don't see it. So I'm looking at it, and you have a picture of David Duchovny and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. You know, it's giving the same Grownish like setup. The white family meets the black family. He is interested in getting engaged with Lauren London. And I don't know. It's just very awkward. It just looks like the LSU. It just looks like the LSU, like Skinematic universe of Kenya Barris. You know what? It doesn't even have to make sense, because it's the Kenya Barris like effect. It just, none of it makes any sense. Like, none of it makes any sense. Folks seem like they're kind of excited about it, but there's kind of like some questionable stuff. Like, a lot of folks is kind of dragging it. But from what I've seen on my timeline, because my folks, we tired of seeing it. I automatically, like, folks are like, no, girl, like, this is a chop. He said it's a chop. It's a chop. It's 2 chops. It's 3 chops. Okay? It's like, girl, do not come back to the floor. It's done. Done with it. What Dr. Jackie say? Over with, done with it. done. That's how I feel about it. But Hollywood loves Kenya Barris, and his production keeps putting out this white shit out. So they're not gonna tell him no. So I hope this shit flops. I hope that nobody barely watches. I hope it's one of Netflix's like lowest watch shows. And I feel bad because I really want Nia Long to win. And I think that's the issue that I have, is that I like Nia Long. She's dealing with a situation with her trash, now, you know, about to be her ex-husband. And I want her to win, but I just don't know if I can allow her win of this, like this series with this show, when I'm just show this movie doing well to the point that Kenya Barris is giving a green light to do more bullshit like this. I just don't know if I can put up with it. But y'all sound off in the comments. Let me know how y'all felt about it. You know, are we here for it? Are we not here for it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.